This is a short story about a zoo. There are 4 characters in the story: a tiger, a kangaroo, a lion, and a monkey. Just keep an eye, if you will, on this envelope, which we'll come to later. Now, this story is incomplete, and I'm going to ask you to make some key decisions about what happens in the story. You'll see what I mean in a moment. In the first chapter of the story, on the first day, 2 of these animals escaped from the zoo, and those 2 are up to you to decide. You choose. So you've chosen the tiger and the lion, have you? They escaped from the zoo. Well, all we can see of them then is their tails as they disappear into the distance, and they play no further part in our story. On day 2, one of the other 2 animals escaped in spite of the attention of their keepers. Now, in your version of the story, which one of those 2 animals escaped on day 2? You're going to decide on the kangaroo on day 2. So the kangaroo escaped, turned tail and ran. Nothing more was seen of him, and he is no longer part of your version of the story. Now remember, this is your version of the story, and we're now on the 3rd and final day, in which the monkey did everything he could to escape and join his friends on the run. It's your decision as to whether he escaped or not, and you can either decide by your judgment, or you can decide by luck. And if you're going to decide by luck, I'd ask you to toss the coin, and if it comes down tails, he escaped. If it comes down heads, he's kept in the zoo. What would you like to decide? You're going to decide to make that decision in your version of the story by pure luck and toss the coin. So in your version of the story, the monkey also escaped, and nothing was left in the zoo. Now, perhaps you'd like to have a look and see how your version of the story compares with what the author wrote, because in the envelope is the author's version. Remember, in your version, the monkey escaped finally. In the author's version, the story ended when the monkey finally escaped. That's the end of the demonstration, but I would like to just make 2 or 3 other points. All the choices here are genuine. There's no equivoque. There's no magician's choice. Entirely the spectator's decision, and any decision that spectator makes at any stage is quite acceptable. Spectators can change their mind if they wish. 2 or 3 spectators could combine to take the storyline forward. That would be quite acceptable. The story could involve 4 convicts rather than 4 animals, 4 convicts in a penitentiary with 4 different names and so on. There are probably other 4 plots as well. A single envelope is involved, and that envelope is in view throughout. The trick can be repeated at different tables, for example, and each time a different result, a different outcome can be guaranteed each time you do it. Actually, there are 8 possible outcomes, as you can probably see, with 3 separate decisions being made entirely by the spectator. An alternative title to The Great Escape would be Luck or Judgment, because I use that phrase in those phrases in the patter. And finally, I have one other published trick, and that's called Behavior Patterns, and that's on sale from JB Magic, Mark Mason. I'm Alan Chitty, and that's my new trick. Thank you.